Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's just jump right in, because look, artificial intelligence is reshaping the job market faster than literally anything we've seen before. If you're trying to build or even just future-proof your career right now, you are stepping into a massive gold rush. But, just like any gold rush, you need the right tools if you're actually going to strike it rich.
And that brings us to the million-dollar question we're tackling today. Which AI certification should you actually get in 2026? The biggest problem right now is that there are, no joke, hundreds of AI courses and credentials floating around out there. It's totally overwhelming. Some are fantastic for absolute beginners, while others are strictly for hardcore engineers. And picking the wrong one? Well, that just means wasting hours of your time and your hard-earned cash. So today, we're cutting through the noise. We're going to break down the top 5 AI certifications that are actually worth your time this year, so you can match your specific skill level to the absolute perfect path.
Let's kick things off with Act 1, the technical heavyweights.
We're starting our countdown with the serious engineering credentials. These are for the folks who want to actively build, train, and deploy AI out in the real world. Coming in at number 5, we've got the Google Cloud Professional Machine Learning Engineer certification. And I want to be super clear right out of the gate here, this is definitely not for beginners. This is for professionals who already have a really solid grip on machine learning and who want to prove, without a doubt, that they can build solutions specifically on Google Cloud's infrastructure.
The sheer depth of the technical stuff here is pretty intense. You've got to master the whole shebang: machine learning architecture, complex data preparation, actual model development, and of course, how to deploy and actively monitor those models once they're live. If you're serious about cementing your career as a specialized ML engineer, this credential is exactly what employers are hunting for. But if you're completely new to AI, you're going to want to build your fundamentals first, which we'll get to in just a second.
Moving right along to number 4, the Databricks Certified Generative AI Engineer Associate. Now, Gen AI has obviously spread like wildfire to become one of the most exciting areas in all of tech. What makes this particular certification a real game changer is its intense focus on highly practical generative AI, specifically within the Databricks ecosystem.
To pass this one, you'll need to master things like large language models, hands-on application development, and production workflows. You'll also need to get really comfortable with RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. If you're not familiar, RAG essentially means securely hooking an AI up to your company's own private data to make it way smarter and more relevant. Again, this is an amazing fit for someone actively building cutting-edge apps from the ground up, not just someone looking for a high-level overview. This perfectly illustrates the crucial divide we're seeing in the 2026 AI landscape. On one side, you have the complex, highly technical requirements for actually building AI applications. That's the domain of the engineers we just talked about. But on the flip side, you have this massive, booming need for simply understanding AI concepts, and that is where the beginners and the business professionals live. So if those first 2 certs sounded a bit too intense, don't sweat it. We're pivoting right now to the more accessible side of things.
Which brings us to Act 2, building your AI foundation. For this one, we are drastically lowering the barrier to entry. You absolutely do not need to be a coder for this. Coming in at number 3 is the Microsoft Azure AI Fundamentals certification, specifically the AI 901. Microsoft actually retired their older AI 900 exam in 2026, so this is the newly updated version. If you are starting from square one, this is the perfect modernized jumping off point. The stuff you cover here is incredibly approachable. You get tested on foundational AI concepts, the basics of machine learning and Gen AI, and how to use Azure services to implement solutions. The whole beauty of this certification is that it's designed to help you build a rock-solid base of knowledge before you ever even think about moving into the highly technical weeds. And that leads us to Act 3, Business and Strategy Certifications. So far, we've looked at the hardcore builders and the absolute beginners, but our top 2 spots are uniquely fascinating. They're designed entirely around practical application and strategy, rather than writing lines of code. At number 2, we have the Google Cloud Generative AI Leader certification. This one has massive, widespread appeal simply because you don't need a single ounce of hands-on technical experience to take it. If you're in marketing, sales, finance, or management, this proves you can strategically lead AI adoption without having to be a programmer yourself. Google made this completely frictionless. It's a brisk 90-minute exam with about 50 to 60 standard multiple-choice questions. It's super affordable at just $99 plus tax. But honestly, the best part? There is 0 prerequisites. None. It's the ultimate entry point for non-technical leaders who want to validate their AI literacy and start driving real impact at their companies.
What you're tested on is pure strategy.
You need to understand Gen AI fundamentals, know Google Cloud-specific offerings, and figure out how to strategically improve model outputs. Crucially, it tests how a business can successfully and safely adopt generative AI. If you want business-focused AI knowledge rather than deep engineering skills, you literally cannot go wrong with this one.
And finally, drum roll please, at number 1 on our 2026 list, the AWS Certified AI Practitioner. This takes the crown because it is the absolute perfect blend of beginner-friendly fundamentals and highly practical business applications, all on the world's largest cloud provider, AWS.
The knowledge required here is comprehensive but wonderfully practical. You cover the fundamentals, Gen AI, and how to apply massive foundation models. You know, those massive pre-trained models like GPT-4 or Claude that you adapt for everyday business problems. It also dives deep into responsible AI, security, and governance. AWS actually targets this at folks with about 6 months of exposure to AI on their platform. Basically, people who use AI every day, even if they don't build it from scratch. It is the gold standard for practical, business-ready certification right now.
All right, we've gone through the top 5. But here's the real question. Which path are you going to choose? The most important takeaway from this whole explainer is this. Do not just pick a certification because it sounds trendy. You've got to look at your current career stage and pick the one that actually matches the goals you're trying to achieve.
It all boils down to your profile. Are you a complete beginner? Go grab a foundational credential like the AWS AI Practitioner or the Google Gen AI Leader. Are you a business professional? That Google Cloud Generative AI Leader is right in your wheelhouse for high-level strategy. Or are you already an AI engineer? Then you need to be looking at the heavyweights, the Google Cloud ML Engineer or the Databricks Gen AI Associate. Find your lane and just commit to it.
But wait, before you rush off to register for an exam, I have to warn you about one massive pitfall. Please, whatever you do, do not just collect a bunch of paper certificates without building any actual practical skills. A certification is great. Sure, it shows you have a baseline. But let me tell you, employers in 2026 want to see what you can actually do out in the real world.
If you want to actually succeed, you need a formula. Yes, step 1 is getting that certification to prove you know your stuff. But then, you have to immediately move to step 2 and build real projects. Take those projects and feed them into step 3, creating a tangible portfolio, which ultimately lands you at step 4, gaining real practical experience. Think of it like this. The piece of paper gets you the interview, but the portfolio gets you the job. AI is rapidly becoming a non-negotiable part of almost every industry on the planet. But remember, you don't have to learn it all at once. Just pick the certification that matches your goal, master those fundamentals, build some real projects, and keep growing. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. The 2026 job market isn't waiting for anyone. So which AI certification route are you going to choose to stay ahead of the curve? Drop your path in the comments and keep building.